feeling very informal tonight, so we'll chit chat and stuff. That's the idea tonight.
No, I agree completely. Sounds good. We're live, so let's go ahead. We'll taxi to runway 22 and get on out of here.
Okay.
All right, welcome, guys. We're going to be going down. We're going to be doing a flight with Christian again. This time we're going to be going from Tahoe via Sacramento and the Golden Gate Bridge and Half Moon Bay into one of the airports down there into San Carlos, actually. So we're here at Tahoe. We're going to be taxiing to runway 29er here, and taking that.
P.S. I presume you got altimeter 2992.
I've got 3008, but yeah, I'll switch.
I'm showing altitude of 5,900 at the elevation here.
Yeah, that would check out. When I set my weather, 3008 was the pressure that I set, apparently. I think the field elevation is like 5,901 or something like that.
Well, good. I'm at 5,900, so there you have it.
Alright, I don't think our altimeter settings should matter too much as long as we both have them dialed in correctly. Alright, so we're in the Bonanza today. And you can see Christian up ahead of us. I'm gonna go ahead and turn those lights on, and I'll just put the make the controls visible so that you can actually see them, see what I'm doing. We're taxiing a little fast today, but that's all right. This is an uncontrolled airport. We didn't make our calls, but we're the only people here. It's a little bit more of an informal thing, just kind of working on trying to keep it nice and tight. And we're shooting for an altitude of 8,500. Pretty much just navigating direct to both of our waypoints. We used either VOR or GPS. I think we're going initially GPS, then we're going to VORs. We'll kind of discuss that.
Shall I go?
Go for it. I'll be right behind you.
Okie dokie, taking off, runway 29.
And Bonanza right behind him. Advance our mixture prop and our throttle. Airspeed's alive. 60 knots, rotate.
There's a road there to the left. Heads to the lake. I'm gonna follow the road a little bit there as I gain altitude.
Okay.
Passing through 7,000 for 8,500.
And I'm passing through 6.6 for 8.5. transponder on, make controllers happy. There we go.
You got me right. Let me know if my pace is off.
Nah, I gotcha. I'm just, for some reason, I think I set turbulence when I set that wind.
Tweak your settings. It's fine.
All right, I think what I'm gonna do, since this is a little hard to fight here, I'm going to.
I'm at 8,500. We're nowhere near clearing those mountains. I'm gonna go for the next even number, 10,005.
10.5 sounds good. There's the weather, and we're gonna turn those winds down. The mid layer at a 230. 28, yeah, that'll be fine. Alright. That's much better. Much, much better. And keep it rich for the climb.
I'm looking for my 10,500, then I'm gonna veer left on course.
Perfect. Alright, you can see him. He's right there. I'm gonna trim my aircraft here for the climb. We are on our way. Yeah, we're passing through 8,500 now. So what's our distance at? 81.2. So 80 miles to the first waypoint.
Okay, leveled off 10,500. Heading 200. See if we can't get back on course.
Alright, I'm passing through 9.2. And I'll change my course. I'm just following you. Normally the Bonanza climb's a little better than this. I'm a little surprised.
I see you, a lake.
That would be me.
Who else, right?
In this area, not many. So he's at a heading of 200, and we're just gonna...
Alright, I'm just waiting for the needles to come back in, and then I'll head straight down, heading 220.
Sounds good. There's 10,500 to go. speed up a bit. 10-1. 10-2.
So did you get your things worked out?
Yeah, I got my things worked out, and I'm just living off at 10.5 right now.
Okay, that's got an autopilot.
It does, it does. I'm trying to hand fly a little bit. I'll put it on once I actually get leveled out.
Good for you.
Perfect. 10,500.
If this were real world, we definitely would have to get out of the mountains before we hit, you know, get through twilight.
That we would.
I mean, unless we want to stay really high, you know, a solid, you know, solid 10,000 or more.
Yeah, at least. Alright, I'm gonna tune my...
Another factor is icing. You know, even with temperatures as they are, I'm reading negative 6 centigrade.
Well, that's not good.
No, I mean, on a clear night you might get away with it, but just for the learning experience, it would not be advisable.
Yeah, absolutely. That's... Yeah, we'll just throw some anti-ice on and just for fun.
Yeah, you can. My little plane doesn't have that.
Let's see. Oh, I've got. I think pitot heat and prop, but better than nothing. All right, we're 300 high. I need to.
Yeah, you got prop.
And to focus on flying my plane here. He is pretty far ahead of me. Once we get up to cruising speed, I'll lean everything out and
Not sure what my fascination is with mountain flying, but sure is a kick on the scenery.
that it is.
It's one of the reasons I moved to X-Plane, because it's very much more realistic, even just out of the box.
Absolutely. Alright, I hate the way they have these knobs done.
So you got the horsepower. You gonna catch up?
Yep, I'm working on it.
I'm holding steady at indicated 131, but by the GPS it's 155.
Oh, you've got that wind to compensate on the ground speed.
That, which would mean we've got a hell of a wind going west, which makes no sense. Right? I mean, it's backwards.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Oh.
My needles are centered up. I'm heading 220.
Alright, well. That was stupid. 10, 20. 10,500. Alright. So let's. ahead and stop our turn and our dive. Oh, this is embarrassing. Not terribly familiar with this aircraft, but that's alright. Alright, there we go. Now we got a little bit of speed. I'm going to back off on the... Trim that out. Come on. There we go. It's 10-7. Six.
I'm just looking over chart.
10,
If it gets too dark, as soon as we can descend is about the midway point.
Okay.
There's a VOR Placerville, you pronounce it? When we pass that, I think we could descend down to probably a more reasonable 4,500.
Alright, sounds good to me.
I mean, just in case it's really dark.
Absolutely. Turn heading.
I haven't flown Bonanza in a long time. Does it have a an AGL meter?
It does. It has a radar altimeter.
So how far how much AGL do we have?
This is saying upwards of 2,500.
Yeah, we're still pretty tight in the mountains here.
Yeah, mine only goes to 2,500, so... Ah, there he is right there.
I had the autopilot on heading. I put it on nav, and it's just going to make a quick 30-degree to get the needle centered up again.
Okay.
Am I going too fast for me to catch up?
Nope, you're good. I'm following right behind.
Are you? I see you way back there. It's got to be at least a couple miles.
Yeah, I'm gaining on you slowly but surely.
All right, I'll stay as I am.
EGTs are peaked, which is alright. Means I'm leaned out appropriately. Let's advance that throttle a little bit more. Let's see if we can't get some speed just to catch up. I'm about 150 knots over the ground. Yeah, ground speed of 157.
Well, you enjoying the flight?
I am, are you?
You're not very talkative today.
I'm, first time using the autopilot on this. I'm just trying to figure it out and get everything dialed in. My bad.
No, by all means. I just didn't, I wanted to know.
No, I'm enjoying it. It's, yeah, for some reason, I'm just trying to dial in the proper, leaning the mixtures and all that. It's a, high performance aircraft that I'm not, never flown real world, so I'm trying to, get the hang of that as well as, the autopilot and stuff, so a bit distracted on that end.
Not a problem. Do your thing. I'm here.
There we go.
P.S. I guess we should go to, because we're on the common traffic frequency, even though there's nobody within proximity, we might want to go to 123.45.
Okay, sounds good. Is that, that's one of those that they broadcast all over though, right?
Well, 122.8 is the common traffic for the entire world. Otherwise, we go to 123.45.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 works for me.
Okay, either way.
Nah, it doesn't matter. I know PilotEdge has one frequency, and I think it's 123.45, that they don't subject it to the area limitations of all the other frequencies.
Is that right?
I remember reading something like that on the forums. I'm pretty sure it's 123.45 though.
In that case, let's stay common traffic 122.8.
Yeah, I'll look that up just for reference. But yeah, no, I kind of like the area localization.
I would think so. Yeah, 122.8. Let's stay.
All right, sounds good. I mean, it works for me. It's just a frequency. I don't think we're gonna run into anybody else out here.
Fair enough.
What are you showing as your ground speed?
Indicated is the same, basically 131 on indicated and 153 by the GPS.
Okay, yeah, I'm because I put in a high or a mid-altitude wind layer. That's what's up. Because yeah, no, my ground speed's only 160.
Only 160. You should be caught up and passing me.
I'm only going slightly faster than you. I mean, if your ground speed's 150 and mine is 160,
still after all this time, you would have caught up.
I wonder how far away we actually are. I'm gonna pull up the map.
For passing Placerville, I suggest we go to our alternate altitude of 4,500. What do you think?
Sounds good. 4,500 it is.
Okay, I'm going to increment it down by, I think, 700 feet per minute.
Okay, 700 feet per minute. Beginning our descent. And 70, 4,500. as we pick up speed here, we're going to make sure we don't overspeed the aircraft. We're going to want to enrich.
And what's the rule again? Do we have to enrich the mixture when we descend? Is that a rule?
I think it's good practice. I'm not necessarily sure if it's a rule per se, but definitely good practice.
In terms of engine dynamics, I thought you have to enrich to descend. Am I wrong?
No, I'm recalling the same as you, because yeah, you lean at higher altitudes and you keep it rich at lower.
Well, obviously, but I mean, climbing and descent, as far as I know, you climb, you know, unless you're high altitude already, right, with it lean. But generally rich, if you're going to descend, I thought you have to richen it.
Yeah, I agree. Are you talking like full enrich or just a little bit? Because I didn't go full. I'm watching my exhaust gas temperatures and keeping it kind of mid-range there. That way I'm sure the engine's, you know, at performance.
Yeah, fair enough. The diamond is a little different. It seems to indicate more by fuel flow. But gas temperature, I'm reading almost 1200 on mine.
Yeah, it varies by the individual aircraft, but that's yeah, I don't know what your peak gas temp is going to be.
Yeah, that's something I got to read up on.
Yeah, it should. If it came with documentation, it should be in there.
For 172.
Do what?
I'm saying you're right. I don't know the exact exhaust gas temperature for the diamond. I need to look that up. Instead, I'm more studied on the 172.
Absolutely. Alright. Looks like we're
Passing through 8,000 for 4,500.
I'm about 1,000 feet above you.
And still a couple miles behind me.
Yep. I'm riding the yellow line in the descent. I can't push her any harder, Captain.
No, it's fine. If you want, I can slow up and catch you up. I thought you'd be bumping my tail anytime.
Yeah, that's what I was planning on, but yeah, I don't know. You've impressed me. My my speeds have not been that great. I mean, I'm only getting a ground speed right now, 190.
But yeah, how at 190, and you're not caught up? Jeez. No, well, you see why I like the diamond. It's a nice plane.
No, it absolutely is.
My father, who passed away recently, he was so dead set against any payware. I'm like laughing all the way to the air, because payware really, it rocks.
Oh, it does. It does. Yeah, I don't really use anything that's I mean, I'll use like the default aircraft, but I don't really use anything that isn't payware if I'm going to download.
I figure if you're going to sim, do it right. I mean, these are not perfect planes. They still got a ways to go as far as perfect. I mean, the airfoil labs, it comes damn close, but payware, you know, is a mile above anything free.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll shoot you a picture. I'm gradually accumulating more and more of the add-ons, but right now I've got a one of the SciTech yokes the rudder pedals, additional throttle quadrant, and a radio panel as far as my add-ons go. But I'm working on adding more.
You're saying you got pedals? You're actually working with the SciTech pedals?
I am. I got they're the more expensive ones on both the ProFlight ones with like the adjustable tension and everything, and those work really well.
Damn, now you're making me jealous, dude. I'm starting to drool.
Oh, yeah, there's a reason I work the overtime that I do.
I see that.
What's your DME from Sacramento?
Just passing through 20 miles at this point.
Okay, and I'm just I just hit 23, so I'm only about 3 miles behind you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'd slow down if you want.
Oh, I'll catch up to you soon enough. You're a lot closer than you were.
Fair enough.
When I'm passing through 6.5, are you still at about 5.5?
5,300.
Yeah, I'm almost exactly 1,000 above you.
No, we're on the same glide slope, if you will.
More or less. Like I said, I'm working with the autopilot. Took me a minute to figure out what it wanted me to do.
All right, what about your scenery?
Oh, I've got the city, the river, and most of the roads. I mean, the 2-3 major highways I can see right now. It's like I got an airport kind of right off to about my 11 o'clock right now. I'm not sure which one that is. Looks like maybe Mather.
That's correct, MHR Mather.
Perfect.
Off at 4,500.
What did it do that? Weather's... Yeah. That's weird. All right. 700 to go. Watch that mixture. Right. There we go. So mixture's enriched.
And so for synchronization, you should see the sun setting just now, right?
I do. I've got a little bit of what looks like maybe a haze layer, but yep, I've got a sunset just about. Yeah, it should be dark within the next, I'd say, probably 20 minutes.
Yep. And how's your scenery for the Frisco area? Did you download the bridge?
Yes, I had the full scenery package with real world textures and all that. I've had it for actually a little while.
Cool. I downloaded the big one, the free one. For the life of me, it's funny because you can't fly under the bridge. You crash every time.
Oh, really? I haven't tried it, but that's funny.
Well, I got used to it because, Flight Sim 10, Microsoft, on the Microsoft side, you could fly under it all the time.
Right, right. Alright, I'm about to pass you.
There you are. See, now you got to slow for me.
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now. Still at a ground speed of about 150?
Yeah, 149.
Alright, I'm gonna slow up just a little bit so I'll stay behind you and then pack the speed back in. Alright. There we go.
What's your AGL meter read?
Right now it still reads above 2500.
Okay, that's reasonable.
This thing wants to go. He's at 149, I'm at 155. Looks like we've hit outer marker. Oh, that's funny. I'm trying to synchronize speeds with you, but it's the way PilotEdge is working. It's that's funny. I'm trying to synchronize speeds with you, but you're looking a bit choppy.
My motion is smooth. There, I see you right in front of me.
Yeah, I was trying to slow down to match your speed, but I overshot it a little bit.
To get a new fix someplace in front of us.
Yeah. All right. So it looks like we passed the VOR. Where are we going now?
Well, we could we could ride the outbound radial for a good while until we pick up Sausalito.
Sure, sounds good.
Okay, let me dial it in.
It's an outbound 216 radial.
Yeah, that sounds about it. I will check for Sausalito in another 40 miles or so.
Sounds good. Alright, I just took the outbound track here.
So should I follow you then?
Yeah, I mean, if you want. If not, you're more than welcome to try to pop up front again. I'm trying to keep my speeds at about where you are.
Well, again, for me, my navigation is really strong, so I dialed in the radial and autopilot by the nav, and it's just rolling along. I see you in front of me, so we're pretty synchronized.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I did. I'm on autopilot for both the altitude and the nav, tracking the outbound radial.
Also, it's still daytime there. What's your ambient? Are you in a dark room?
I'm right in front of a window, but I got the blinds closed. It's not. It's about as dark as I can make it.
I didn't even think of that. I hope I'm not attempting the impossible on your side.
No, you're good. You're good. The only thing I'm looking at, I don't know what I set on my weather settings, but it looks like there's a haze layer or something like that. But I've got the sunset. It's just about to be dark for me, at least in the sim world. Hi there, welcome whoever's watching.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, I got about the same.
So we're at about our
Strictly
midway.
speaking, this is called twilight. We're still in the middle of the twilight.
If I wasn't so tone deaf, I'd hum the Twilight Zone theme, but I don't think you'd recognize it.
Dun, 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 dun.
So, yeah, we're on PilotEdge right now, but we're not in controlled airspace. We're just doing what essentially amounts to a formation flight from the Tahoe Airport, one of the uncontrolled fields up there, down to San Carlos. We're going to do that via, we just went through Sacramento, and we're going down over the Golden Gate Bridge and Half Moon Bay.
You seem to be drifting left. I'm going to play with my tracking a little bit.
Oh, I might, let's see here. I mean, I'm spot on following that radial outbound.
Okay, let me dial it in. Just continue as you are.
Nope, that was my fault. I didn't zoom in enough when I initially set it. I was following the 210, not the 215. So I'm correcting mine.
All right, I can adjust things. So just get stable, and I'll follow you.
Okay. Yep. I just adjusted out to that 215 radial. That way we're actually following the right one, heading in. It's actually it's a Victor Airway, 150, going into to Sausalito there.
I see it. But I mean, you're not picking up Sausalito yet, right?
No, not yet. So let's adjust on my nav 2 here to 116.2, which is going to be that Sausalito VOR that we're talking about here. Come on, 116.2.
I think my real world standards are still a little sloppy, but it's still a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, not to put us down, I'm just saying.
No, I was agreeing, not so much with the sloppy, although that is true, but no, it's definitely fun. Like I said, I look forward to these.
Do you find it a much different experience than, you know, just getting on the radio straight from airport to airport and giving the standard calls?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun.
All right, cool.
Oh, and I see you. About how far behind me are you?
Estimate a half mile, not so much more.
All right. So that's him. You can see right there. And there we go. We just did the owl thing, craned our neck around 360 degrees. We're heading right at, so we're matching
Sausalito on nav 2. We could switch to Sausalito at this point.
All right, switch to Sausalito. I'm just going to track it inbound on the same radial.
Yeah, it didn't change much for me either.
And I'm 35 miles out.
Same.
So yeah, radar altimeter, we've good 2,500 above the ground, which is good. I mean, we're at 4,500, so I wouldn't really expect much more. Exhaust gas temps. Yep, we're good. As far as our leaning and all that, we are good to go. Right. There we go. And we'll take a look behind us. There we are. And there's Christian. Not, you know, super close formation, but as far as general aviation goes, that's about what you'll do.
I just did a midway checklist, you know, fuel and all that stuff. I'm still looking good.
Same here. And our fuels we got a little over a quarter tank in each. And actually, so if we take a look at this, so gallons remaining, there's 26 gallons remaining. And we're at 11 gallons per hour is what we're using. So we've still got roughly 2 hours of fuel on board. And I'm looking at about 2 hours of fuel on board.
That doesn't sound like a lot.
I took off with about 3 hours. I tried to keep it light. I've got 27 gallons.
I guess you'll be fine. I think in real world that would be really tight, though. I mean, at night you're supposed to have, what, 45 minutes in reserve after your intended destination?
True. And let's see, I had this plan for about an hour and a half flight, so I had yeah, I mean, with the 45 minutes of reserve, I actually had another hour and a half of reserve. So, I mean, I not necessarily something I'd take off real world. I'd probably pack it a little heavier, take, you know, probably another hour or so's worth of fuel. But it worked.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, one of the benefits of a free-form flight like this is remind ourselves of these various rules as we go, you know, that we can't chit-chat on the normal radios.
Absolutely.
And you remember the minimums for night flight, right? Don't you?
As far as altitude, or?
Yeah.
So I want to say it's, for night flying, it's 1,000 AGL over, man, it's been so long. It's different over city, over water, and over rural areas, right?
True, but I mean, just, okay, so normal visual rules for night, as far as I know, you've got your same 500 foot below any clouds, 1,000 foot over, 2,000 feet from any clouds side to side, but 5 mile visibility.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Like I said, I haven't looked into that in months. But I think you're right. That does sound about right. Pulled up San Carlos.
Yeah, what this is saying is it concurs with me. It's 500 below, 1,000 above, 2,000 side to side, and 5 5-mile visibility plus, like you were saying, 1,200 AGL from any, any terrain or obstacle. Let me double check.
Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at our airspace here. Alright, so the Oakland class is Charlie and Bravo.
Right, so that's for Class G, though, 1,200 feet AGL above any terrain or obstacle. Let me see what it's like at an airport. Stand by.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
All right, so it's different for Class E. Class E is 5-mile visibility, 1,000 above, 1,000 below, and hold on, and 1 statute mile from any cloud. So that's 2,000 feet is a little less than a half a mile. So it's a full mile from any clouds.
Okay, that makes sense.
So 5111.
All right, so real quick, taking a look at the sectional here for San Francisco. Once we hit the VOR, we're gonna have to descend again. I mean, I don't think it'll be that. Well, actually, no, because they cover San Francisco too. So if we bust airspace, they'll. I bet they'll notice. So let's go down to 2,500, and we should be able to. We won't be able to go right along the coast, but we should be able to sneak underneath that shelf. As long as we're out over the ocean a little bit.
Fair enough. Well, are you afraid of the PilotEdge police?
Well, you want to make it realistic, right?
Indeed I do. Descending to 2,500.
All right, 2,500. All right. So there we got 2,500 dialed in. Descend here.
I'll tell you, the only thing that scares me about 2,500 is the backside of San Carlos. But for now, we don't have to worry. You see the Golden Gate?
I do. It's right at the edge of where my visibility is set, but I do.
Me too. That's where we're going.
Excellent.
Yeah, and as long as we're down below 3,000, we can go right over it.
All right. Well, you want to take a quick detour, go right over it once we get below that 3,000.
Yeah, I'm just double checking my map versus altitude here, make sure I'm under the shelf.
Yeah, it looks like that is that 3,000-foot shelf.
Yeah, we got a little ways to go here, and then I can duck under. By the book.
That's the Golden Gate. That's some other bridge.
Okay, I'm heading over the bridge.
Perfect. I'll be behind you in a moment. I'll let you take the lead.
Okay, I'm heading over the bridge.
So we're going to make that nice, gentle descending turn. That landing light on too, just for grins.
She's a beauty.
That she is.
I did this real world in a helicopter.
Oh, really?
I sure did.
That must have been beautiful.
Indeed it was. I got the photographs. One of the reasons I picked San Francisco and San Carlos, it reflects real world.
Definitely. Alright, so we're back on the lines of that VOR here. And we're at 2500, so there's that other bridge. And then there's the Golden Gate. Now we're going to go over. And there is Christian. Descended. We're going to enrich my mixture a bit here. I'm going to increase my throttle and my speed.
All right, so now the question becomes, how far out do we need to go? I'm skirting around the 2,100 foot shelf there, and kind of riding that around till we get in position for Half Moon Bay.
Perfect. Sounds good. I will follow your lead then.
But you got your GPS, right? You can see the map?
This GPS does not have a map function.
Is that the 430?
I believe it is, yes. I don't know exactly which number. I can take a look at it, but I don't have the map, so I can't see where the shelves are.
On the 430, the right-hand knobs, the inside knob where it says, push a cursor, the inside knob, click it one to the right, clockwise, and you got your map.
There's the Golden Gates. Yeah, that didn't work.
That is the 430. It's standard, no?
Yeah, it's an aftermarket version of it, but yeah, it is the 430.
I haven't flown that for a while, but you know, as I said, on the 430, the right hand knob, the inside knob, one click to the right should get you the map.
Oh, there's a map. Let's see here. I gotta figure out how to get all those VORs off and show the rings. Hang on.
Zoom in, zoom out against there itself.
Now, where is he? Where are you?
I've got half moon bay at about my 10 o'clock at 2,400. Meaning I'm just a little bit northwest of it, you follow?
Yeah, I follow. Stand by. Oh, okay. I figured it out. Yeah, I know where you are. I got you on the other map.
The tricky part coming up is once we turn in and pass over Half Moon, we've got some mountains there before we come into the San Carlos. That's the tricky part for me in the dark like this.
Definitely, and it is dark.
That's why they call it flying. Frankly, I don't know how people do this without a decent GPS.
Yeah, me either. I don't know how they did it before the days of GPS.
It's all dead record, but, you know, pilots died.
Fairly often.
I'm going to try and speed down to about maybe 100 and see if I can't be a little more careful as I head east over Half Moon.
Okay. That's better. Increase my visibility a bit there.
Got Half Moon at my 12 o'clock.
And I'm a little bit behind you.
Damn, I don't see you at all.
And I'm going off of the PilotEdge map. I had to make a descending turn before I flew over the bridge, so I got a ways behind you. I'm kind of just passing. I'm essentially following your tracks, but I'm probably a good 3 or 4 miles behind you.
Well, should I wait and we'll try and tighten up?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just let's see, I got you. But yeah, if you wouldn't mind, just one real quick holding turn, kind of where you're at, and I'll catch up.
Holding turn.
Visual on him. Oh, there he is. And there's Half Moon Bay.
Guess I should turn the other way and avoid that damn Class B.
Alright, I got a visual on you. I'm still a ways behind, but yeah, if you wouldn't make just that one turn, I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, let me try and recover my lost altitude here. Definitely not advisable in real world.
You're pretty much right over Half Moon Bay, right?
Yeah, I'm just to the west of it and now heading back over it. Are you with me?
Nope. I'm a little bit. I'm offshore a little bit, but I'm about to make my turn inbound towards you.
Should I go around again?
Nah, you're good.
Fair enough.
If you want to reduce your speed a little bit, though, I'll try to catch up. I'm at about 150 right now.
Reducing about 100. Here's where that spatial orientation comes into play, boy. You gotta stay sharp.
Yeah, you do. Especially, I don't know about you, but the stars are reflecting off of the water.
That's why we did this tonight.
Absolutely, it's a lot of fun. All right, there he is. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's just right there. We're going to be making kind of that trip.
Okay, I seem to be stable again at 90 knots indicated, 2,400, and heading directly east.
Perfect. I'm doing double your ground speed, so I'll catch up with you in just a minute.
Okay, just hold your altitude steady, you should be fine. Trim helps.
That it does.
Ignoring all else, I'm going to head slightly south of San Carlos and do a left pattern, left downwind entry.
All right, perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take it off the autopilot here, and...
Yeah, definitely do not descend below 2,500.
Yeah, looking on the charts, yeah, it looks like there's one peak at 1,944.
Yeah, strictly speaking, we're busting the limits, but hey, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
Yeah, at least we know, right?
Yeah, as long as, you know, we know what we're doing, that makes it alright, right?
I like how you think. Which means, you know, real world, we would have to come down, we would have to come up from the south in order to really achieve what we're trying to do.
Yep. Alright, there he is.
I've got San Carlos Beacon in sight. I'm passing over the first highway here. You behind me?
Yeah, I'm right behind you.
Pity I don't see you. Would have added another dynamic to this whole thing.
Oh, I see you. Okay, I'm not... I mean, I don't know, maybe about a half a mile.
Okey doke. Starting a gentle descent down to pattern altitude.
And I'm right behind you.
Or maybe not so gentle.
And there's one notch of flaps.
Gumps check. I'm not tuned into the frequency, but I'll mark the calls. Diamond 1033 Alpha, join the 45%, Carlos, runway 30, I believe.
Yeah, runway 30. In San Carlos traffic, Bonanza is going to be inbound number 2 for runway 30 full stop, San Carlos. Alright, there's our speed. Alright, gears coming down. Belay that. Gears coming down.
San Carlos traffic, Diamond 1033 Alpha, turning left base, runway 30, San Carlos.
That's a lot better. Let's trim this up a bit. There we go.
San Carlos, turning final, runway 30, San Carlos, full stop.
In San Carlos traffic, Bonanza is extending the base for a turn to final full stop, San Carlos. Are the runway lights on for you?
Yes, sir, they are. You got the right airport this time.
Well, I'm following you, so I just don't have any runway lights on.
Touching down.
And San Carlos traffic, Bonanza is turning final runway 30 San Carlos. And there's my final set of flaps. Now disregard, there's the lights.
Okay, so on San Carlos traffic, Diamond clear the runway, San Carlos.
Alright. Landing gears down. Flaps are full. On the approach. Speed's a little low. Watch my sync rate. 100 feet. Oops, stalled it.
I see you.
And that was a little bit high of an approach, but that's alright. And we are down. Aerodynamic braking. Up, 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 up. Front wheels down. Brakes are on. In San Carlos traffic, Bonanza is clear of the runway at Delta, San Carlos. Perfect.
How do you do that? You spot the darn runway tag right there?
Do what?
You spotted Delta? Which taxiway you're on?
Yep, I did. Like I said, I got good scenery this time.
Right, you are.
Oh, and now I see ya. All right, I'll be over there in a moment.
Yeah, then we'll do our deep.
You're in the middle of a mess of planes. I'm gonna cut through this way, and yeah, that's fine. I'll just stay right here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this stream, and then we'll do our debrief.
Okie doke.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.